Hi everyone, it is the night before the A100. I've worked so hard to get here since the big middle of August. I've trained, I've done everything I can. I'm buzzing at the moment. I'm so excited to get out there. I'm also scared, I'm nervous, all those emotions before you go and do a 100 miler. But hey, this is going to be a good one. Right then, let's go through everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through what I'm taking. I'm going to empty my pack to check, basically a final check, because I've got my list here of compulsory items you need to carry at all times. I'm going to go through what I'm wearing. I'm going to go through my nutrition. I'm going to talk about my strategy a little bit and really try and nail this in about 20 minutes if I can, go as quick as possible. As I said, it's 7:20. I need to get relaxed. I need to put my feet up for at least an hour and just obviously get this posted as well. So enough talking, let's get on with it. So I'm running with a Salomon Advanced Skin 12. It's new, it's size small. Usually I run with a medium. Pretty excited about this. It's quite tight, nicely packed, feels really good. The only thing I'm missing are my 2 water bottles, which will obviously go here, and they'll be filled up obviously before I leave tomorrow morning. In fact, I'll do them tonight, probably put them in the fridge. And I'll also, in my bottles, I'll put one of these in each, so that I've got my nutrition to start me off, and obviously then going to aid stations I can fill up with my water. So I've got all that prepared. I will be taking another one of these in my drop bag, but I'll go through my drop bag in a bit, just in case one of these fails. Okay, let's take this pack off and let's go through what I've got inside it. So without emptying everything out, I've got my GoPro in there, and I've got my nutrition stuffed in the 2 pockets either side, and I've got my cup, which is going to be placed in there, and that's basically it on the front, plus obviously my 2 bottles. And then if we open up the backpack, I'll do that up here, just undo that. I put everything into a waterproof bag. Got it all there, so undo that. And then obviously put the bits I least want at the bottom. So I've got my buff, or you need a hat, so they allow you to have a buff to keep your head warm. I've got my torch, which is here, which we can just check that it's running and it works. There we go, so that works. I've got a battery obviously fully charged, and I'll put a battery in my drop bag. Got some gloves. These are thicker than normal, but they'll keep my hands nice and warm because it will get cold at night if I'm doing some walking. I've got a waterproof jacket. Looking at the weather tomorrow, I won't be wearing that when I start because it's not going to be raining, so I'm going to have that in my bag. That's 10,000 minimum. That's a 20,000 Montane Minimus. Long sleeve top. I'll probably will be putting that on after the 50 miles for the night. I'll be wearing that rather than a short sleeve. So I've got my long sleeve top, but you need to have that in your pack when you start. You're not allowed to wear a long sleeve top at the start and then put it in your pack. Okay, it's an important point, that. Extra light here, I've checked that. Let's just check it quickly, just make sure it works. They would do this on the kit check, but there is no kit check, so they're trusting you. There we go, they're trusting that you have everything and you're all set up. So that's all good. So that's my extra light source. And what else? Look, first aid kit. I always take a first aid kit with me, and it just has a bandage, it has some clean wipes, it has some safety pins. In there I put my survival blanket in there as well, just to keep it nice and secure. I won't be using that at all because there's obviously medics on, but just in case, an emergency, you never know. I like to take one. And that is everything. A fully charged phone, absolutely, I'll have that on me. I've got the numbers, the race medic number and the race director number, that's in there. And that is everything I need. Oh yeah, whistle, that's on the pack, which is on the side. Where is it? I will find it. It's on this side, I think, should know. Yep, there's the whistle, here we go. Brilliant. Right, so that's everything I need. So I'm all sorted with my pack. What I'm going to run in, I run with my Lucky Cap. As you can see, I write each race I do: North Downs 100, the CCC, Arc of Attrition, MDS 2019. So if I finish this, which I'm going to, that is no doubt, I will finish it whatever happens. I can then write on there at the end. So I have my lucky cap. I run with a heart rate monitor. I have a Sunto watch, a Sunto 9. I've uploaded the GPX file onto that. This race, I don't think you really need navigation. It really is quite a flat race. It's going to be well signposted, and you follow that. So GPX isn't probably going to be necessary, but I've done it anyway, so that will be on there. As I said, heart rate monitor, I'll put that around there. Wear that at all times. That should pick up. Okay, clothes wise and shoes, I'm going to run with my Hoka Torrent 2s to start off with. The first half of the course I hear is worth wearing trail shoes, and then the second half potentially road shoes. My muddy, from the marathon, my muddy road shoes, a bit more comfort. Again, running on paths, quite a bit of tarmac I hear. I've never done this before, but there's no real technical stuff going on there. There's not a lot of elevation, so I think these might be good halfway through, and I think we're going to get wet feet. They say some of the places are flooded, so 2 pairs of shoes. I'll definitely swap that out. I'll probably swap them out maybe on the last section, which is the last marathon, the last 25 miles. Socks, I run with Injinjis. I've got more socks in the drop bag, but I'll put those on, obviously. These I wear my arm sleeves to start off on the race. They're great, and I keep them on for quite a while because it'll be quite cold when we start. And I'll have those on. I've got my Montaigne short sleeve. I've got my boxer shorts, nice and tight and comfortable. And I just run with a pair of Ron Hill. These are nice and comfortable as well. They're my favourite shorts, just a pair of Ron Hill shorts, nice and simple. That's all my clothes I'm wearing. Right, so that's kind of quite straightforward. So if I go through my drop bag, there's a bit more gear. What I've done for nutrition wise is I put them into bags, and these are each section. So the race is divided into 4 spurs as such, and each spur is 25 miles. So you're going to run out, and then you're going to come back, out and back to Goring, the central part. So that's the main area. So you're going to have a drop bag there. So every 25 miles, you're going to come back, you're going to come to your drop bag. Now that is quite a privilege. That is quite a rare, for me, very rare. Usually you don't see a drop bag until 50 miles, or you don't see your drop bag sometimes till, well, unless it's a long race, unless you've got a crew, you might not see it at all. So we've got a drop bag, so there's a real luxury there. They only want you to have a 50-litre bag. I'm not sure what this is. This is a Puma, just a standard little bag, so it's nothing too much. And they want you to obviously be in and out of aid station as quick as possible. You don't want to have loads of, a huge bag, because the guys, everyone who's helping you, there's not going to be much space. They just want everyone to be as minimal and efficient as possible. So I've split my nutrition into 4 bags, well 3 bags, because one of the bags I'm obviously going to be, all the nutrition's going to be on there. And within that I've got myself, each bag, a couple of slightly different, but just to get a gist, got a pack of crisps. I've got some, this is my last bag, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I've got some Spring Energy food here, which are great. I've really started to like those. I've got to fill my flasks up with water. I've got some fuel now. I'm going to be getting to 100 miles here. When I eat these, now whether my stomach's going to want to take these, I don't know, but you definitely need to have that option. I've got my Mountain Fuel gels, and I've only got 2, unfortunately. I haven't got enough, but I probably won't have, by the time I get to this, I'll probably have a few gels spare. But at the moment I've got 1 with caffeine, because it's going to be at night time, so I'm just going to get a little caffeine kick there, and then my other gel. And I've got some bars as well, 2 bars in there. So that's going to be my kind of pack. And each pack's slightly different, not much, but that's my kind of standard nutrition. These ones have got 4 gels in. So the key to my, I'll talk about my strategy in a little bit, but my key is to get your nutrition going straight away, right at the beginning of the race. The first 20 minutes, get something down, you get into that rhythm, get into that pattern. It's really, really important. If you leave it for 2 hours, you're after 30, 40k, 50k, you are doomed. So you need to get onto your nutrition straight away. So I've got them in separate bags, so I'll be nice and organised hopefully when I get to the aid station. What else have I got in my drop bag? Got some goodies. These are just extra bits of nutrition here. Got some choc blocks, Cliff blocks. I've got some salt sticks. And that's one thing I did forget to say. In the little top pocket of my Salomon, I've got some salt tablets as well. It's really important. I'll take 2 salt tablets tonight. I'll take 2 salt tablets tomorrow morning when I wake up, and then I might have a couple on the way throughout the day. Don't panic. You won't do any damage to your body if you take on too much salt. You're going to be burning it off. Drink lots of water. It'll be fine. In here, I've got some yeah, just bits and pieces really, just in case I need to top up my nutrition. I've also got some wooden forks because I've done, and they're in the fridge cooling, some rice balls. So I've just mixed up some rice, a bit of bacon, some egg and some salt, and I've done sort of I know if you get a Chinese takeaway, they come in those plastic trays. I've got 2 of those, and I've put 6 balls in each, so that's going to give me a bit of savoury nutrition when I get into my aid station. I'm not going to take them out with me though, so a bit of a treat to mix it up. So I've got a nice bit of mix on my food. What other things I have? I eat bananas. I really take bananas. There's going to be food there, okay? There's going to be savoury snacks, there's going to be sweets. I don't touch really any sweets or sugar. I might have that as a little treat, but I like to take everything I need myself so that I can really just get involved in my bag, get in there, work through all my nutrition and then leave, rather than having to go up, wait for people to queue, get things. I just want to get in it and get out. I've allowed, well actually I'll come to that in a minute. Right, so I'll take some bananas. I'll eat all of those without fail, and they're really good on the stomach. So that's all my kind of, oh yeah, and I've got treats, loads of treats. I say I don't eat sweets. I've got caramel wafer biscuits. I've got some brunch bars there. So little Cadbury's chocolate chip. There is a bit of sugar in here. And I also have some fig rolls. They will be really difficult to eat. I know, because I won't have much. I know I've eaten these before and you'll be like, oh, I can't eat them, but I take them anyway. A bit of savoury and a bit of goodness, but you've got to be careful with them because they will upset your stomach if you have too much. So just be really mindful. Well, I'm going to be very mindful of what I eat sugar wise, but just towards the end, if you start falling apart, it's always nice to have a bit of an option. So that's all my food, I think. Yep, that's it. So what else in my drop bag? As I say, going to take an extra one of these just in case the 2 I have fail. So that's good. Right, clothes wise, I've got a pair of Minimus waterproof trousers. The weather forecast looks like it's going to rain heavy around about 3 o'clock at the moment. It's ever changing. So I think we should be all right. In the morning we'll check it, but at the moment it's going to be dry in the morning, then afternoon it's going to rain, and it's going to clear up, and then it's going to be dry overnight. So absolutely, I mean, apart from a bit of rain, perfect conditions. I think it's quite warm outside, and when you're running it's going to be really nice. I mean, I say it's warm because you'll be out, you know, doing your thing. So in my drop bag I'll take a towel just in case it's soaking wet when you come in. It's just nice to have a little dry and a bit of mop. I've got an extra long sleeve top in case I want to change into something dry, depending on what the weather. I'm not expecting a lot of rain, but you never know. And I've also got a little cloth here just to clean my glasses. And I've got some sunglasses here as well. I've got these are pretty cool. I can pretty much wear them all night. They're the Jublo, I don't know how, Jolbo, that's it. Glasses, and they've got polarized, and they're really good. I've worn them once with contact lenses and worn them all night when I did a mountain race. So they're pretty cool, but I don't know if I'm going to wear them or not. I'm going to wear my glasses. Unfortunately, I haven't got really into wearing contact lenses again, so I think these glasses will do. They're a bit annoying when it rains, but I've been training with them a lot, so I'm not bothered about that. What else have I got? Socks, very important. I've got 4 pairs of socks here. I'm going to get wet feet. I'm thinking about each aid station, depending on how I feel, how my feet feel is changing in my socks. So I've got a couple of different types. I've got some stance ones, and I've got Injinji ones. 3 Injinji, 1 stance. So that's that. Right, I've got some leggings. Definitely if it gets cold, I'm not feeling very well. When you leave aid stations, it's quite strange. You go into an aid station and you will feel okay, and but as you shut down, you'll sit down, your body will start to shut down, especially if you're shattered, and you'll start, I find when I leave an aid station, absolutely freezing. I mean, literally shaking quite violently sometimes, and quite often people will put a jacket on, like a running jacket or something, before they leave the aid station, so when they come out they're slightly warm, and then obviously once they get running again, they'll take not the aid station, take the jacket off, and then off you go again. But be warned, when you leave the aid stations, your body really can get cold, so you've got to be careful there. It's really important to keep warm. I've got another running top there just in case. I've got another pair of shorts just in case. Don't know why, but you never know, you might have an accident, God help us. These are just some skin compression shorts. Doubt that I'll wear those, but I'll put them in anyway. I think I've shown you the hat. Got a little massage ball, which I'll take with me just in case I've got some hot spots or some nasty little bits I need to sort out. This is fantastic, one of these little rollers. They're really useful. That's everything in my drop bag. Right, so what I've also got, my bag is made of 3 compartments, nothing spectacular. One side here, I'll put my electrics in. Because I'm running with a GoPro, I've got 4 batteries. GoPros don't last, they're a nightmare. I can't bear the thing, to be honest, but there we go, that's all I've got. The batteries don't last very long, so you've got to change the batteries. Something you've got to do and think about when you're filming. I'm going to have a go at filming. I hope it all goes to plan. Let's see how we go. I've got some headphones as well, which I will probably take with me on the 3rd or 4th stage. Probably the 3rd stage. Because I like, once I've done my 50, I kind of celebrate the fact that I've done my 50. I put on some tunes, some rocking tunes, a bit of Def Leppard, I don't know, whatever, and just go out there and rock it on my own and just get myself back out there and get onto it. Getting motivation. So this is my electrics. Right, Pebble charger. Don't know if you've seen these. They're a bit big, a bit heavy, but they're fantastic. And I'll take that potentially depending on what my watch does. This should last without fail the whole race. So we'll talk about my time and everything like that. If it doesn't, then I've got a backup charger which I'll just have to take with me and work out. I need my charging cable as well. In fact, that's a very good point. I need that as well, because otherwise I won't be able to charge it. So yeah, got my Pebble charger. What else? And an extra light battery as well for my torch. I did once do a race and the torch for some reason the battery hadn't charged at all, so I take an extra one of those. Okay, that's all my electrics, that's all good. Right, and then personal hygiene, toilet roll. I have already got toilet roll in my bag, my advanced skin. I've already got toilet roll in a plastic bag, that's at the top, so I've got that. But I'll take extra toilet roll, so if I need to take some extra, some more I can. I've got some wet wipes, really useful, absolutely fantastic. Take some of those, clean yourself up when you come to the aid station, have a quick wipe, get the sweat off, whatever you need to do, clean your feet, just get yourself nice and fresh, and out you go again. Anti-bac gel, got some of that. I'm going to take a small bottle with me, probably carry it around with me anyway, because you've got an anti-bac when you basically come into an aid station. You've got to be wearing a mask as well, so I must remember my mask, which is definitely, I think I'll put it down here somewhere. I have got my mask. So you need the anti-bac when you come into the aid station, and then put a mask on, and obviously when you leave. So that's really important as well. They will provide that, I'm sure. I've got some tissues, a couple of tissues, just to make sure you need to keep yourself nice and clean. Right, so, and in here I have, last but not least, my kind of personal hygiene, which I will take with me. This is some Squirrel's nut butter for chafing. I'll be putting that on anyway before I race. I'll be putting it on my feet, putting it on, sort of underneath my arms, on my nipples, things like that, just to give myself a bit of movement. So in here I will take a bit of Sudocrem. Definitely, I'll need that. I've got that. That's for my HRM, my heart rate monitor. I just put a bit of gel on that just to get it working, but probably not that important. And I've also got some ibuprofen gel. I don't think I'll be using that though. It's not really very good anyway, but I've got that just in case. Got a toothbrush, you never know, nice fresh breath, but that's probably going to be after the race. And some lip seal. Got some lip seal just in case, but I don't think I'll be using that, and I'm sure, yes. And I've got some foot cream as well. This stuff here is pretty cool. I use this on MDS. If you've got problems with your feet, it's kind of almost like a zinky cream, and I put that on your feet, and that'll stop any hot spots. So that should look after my feet, but I'm not expecting to get any blisters, but you never know. So that's all my hygiene stuff. Bit of deodorant. Yeah, bit of deodorant just in case, you never know. It's always nice when you go to an aid station to freshen up. It's important. Wash your face if you can. Probably you're not allowed. Probably not. I don't know what they're going to do for toilets and basins and things like that. There'll be water there. Hopefully there's some hot water so I can get a cup of tea, things like that. So yeah, that's all the stuff I'm taking. So you've got my drop bag, you've got my kit. I think I'm all sorted. Right, then going on to race strategy. Here we go. Basically, I have done, unfortunately, because I'm in a bit of a rush, editing on this ain't going to be very good. So I'm just going to sort of go for it, and I might be able to share this another time. I'm not going to take all the credit for doing this, because one of my friends showed me how to actually work out the Excel formulas and get the time going. But what I've done is I've got basically my race plan here, and I'm planning to do it in under 20 hours. That is my A game. If I can do under 20, I will be absolutely over the moon. If I do 22 hours, it'd be an okay race. If I do 24 hours, I'll be pretty disappointed, but there we go. The reason is it's a very flat race and it's a very fast race. My biggest concern at the moment is you have to run it. It's very runnable. And a lot of mountain races and hilly races like the Arc of Attrition, you're walking up and down, so you get a break from the running. This is going to be a lot of running, and I've heard there's quite a bit of tarmac, which is not what I'm after really. So I'm actually quite worried, because it's a bit of the unknown doing 100 mile at this pace. So you've got to go out very, very slowly, I think, at the beginning. However, when I did the Arc of Attrition, I went out a bit quicker than normal, and the nice thing was you got ahead of everyone. But this time we're doing a staggered start, so you basically have to self-seed yourself. So they need you there. If you're going to run under 22 hours, you want to be leaving at 6:30 to 7 o'clock, etc. So obviously the slower you're going to be, they'll want you to be a bit later, by 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I'm going to get there for 6:30. I'll drive from here to Goring, so I'll be up about 3:30, get myself all sorted out, and I'll be straight out the door. I'll be at Goring for about 5:45, meet up with my friends who we're going to be running with, 6 o'clock, be at the start for 6:30, we go. So this basically calculates, I'll have this in my drop bag. I usually take one, I do a laminate of it as well, but I just find that by the time it's in the way and it all comes with mesh, you don't actually need all this. So I'm planning on running a 9:30 mile on average for the first section, and that should take me about 4 hours. So it's basically the first marathon is 4 hours, the first 25 miles, do it in 4 hours, and then slowly deteriorate my speed as I go along. So the next time effort will be a 10.5, so a 10 minute and 50 second mile, so nearly 11 minutes. And then the next stage will be 11:50, so nearly 12-minute mile. And then the next stage will be nearly a 14-minute mile, and that kind of gets me to 19 hours 50, and that will be my target time. Within that, I've calculated that I'm going to stop at the first aid station for 10 minutes, the second aid station for 15 minutes, and the third aid station for 15 minutes. I was going to be at the last aid station a bit shorter, but I can have a choice here, but I want to be in and out. But I think by then the deterioration is pretty poor. You'll be feeling, well, from experience, pretty sick, potentially pretty nauseous, not being able to eat, not being able to put anything down you, in a bit of a state, and you've got to then do another 25 miles. So that's going to be a tough point for me. I go with the mindset that I've done the 75 miles already, I've only got another 25 miles to go, and I really sort of celebrate the fact that I've done that. I don't go there thinking, oh, I'm done, I'm in. A lot of times I get in that place and those aid stations, and there's a lot of casualties and people aren't looking very happy about things, but I try and enter that aid station with a bit of a celebration, fingers crossed if things are going well. So that's what I try and do. What was interesting, chatting to the guys last night, we did a Zoom chat with our coaches, and just had a really nice chat, all of us getting together. And one interesting point, which I really did think took home, is the first 30 to 50k is really, really important on nutrition. You've got to be on top of your game, and I'm going to drill that into my head for my strategy for the first part, the first 5 to 6 hours is really focus on what I'm eating, the fluids I'm taking on board, so that when you get to that sort of 50 mile point, at least you haven't failed on your nutrition. I think I'm going to be shattered. I think one of the hardest races I've ever done is running on tarmac for 26 miles. It absolutely ruins my hips. So strategy really will be to start off a bit quicker pace, and then slowly but surely you've got the first section will be 4 hours, the second section will be 5 hours, the third section will be just over 5 hours 20, and then the last section will be 6 hours. So that is my race strategy. As I said, the weather is looking good. There's going to be a bit of rain. What else is there? I think that's everything really. I'm going to try not to focus so much on my watch and the pace. I'm going to try and sort of shut that down a little bit. I will take my phone, I will have some music ready, as I said, probably around about the 75 to 80 mile mark. I'll put on some tunes. Yeah, and I think that is everything I need to say. Hopefully that's kind of a bit quick, bit succinct, hopefully, but I just need to get that down. Hopefully you've followed me, you've looked at all my training updates. Thank you so much for following it. I'm really excited to share with you my video. Hopefully it goes to plan and the GoPro doesn't explode, and do a debrief after this. Follow me if you want to. My number is 146. Track me, and see. I don't think you can send any messages. It's not one of those races, but yeah, I shall look forward to doing it. And thank you so much for anyone who has subscribed. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments below. Hope your training's going well. And yeah, thanks for watching.